Brandon, Mr. Rothschild Michaels, and this segment is called The House of Rothschild. That's another album that will be coming out in June. If you watched a couple of the videos beforehand, you'll notice that there was like a pattern. And this album comes out in June, top half of June. I talked about in the last segment the album that's coming out in May, which was The Caller. That album will be out this May 2013, and the album right after that in June, the top half of June, is called The House of Rothschild. With that particular one, for the first time I'm actually reaching out, and you're going to hear some other of my colleagues, fellow artists on the label that going to be doing their thing, and that's why that one is titled The House of Rothschild. So from every different genre of different style of music, that one is going to be like, I'm trying to make that one more cultural and more of an understanding, because I've been getting a lot of questions, and I don't really, nay or yay, I don't really get into it too much, but I've been getting a lot of questions about the name, the Rothschild. So that particular album is going to have it's going to answer all questions, all explanations. That album in June, it's going to be one hell of an experience, and that album comes out in June. And that one, we're returning back with the CD. We also dropping a Blu-ray disc with that particular album that's coming out in June. So when that album comes out, it'll have a CD and as well as a Blu-ray disc for the House of Rothschild. So look forward to that. It comes out top half of June. That's the first quarter for that, and that's going to be totally different. That's a whole nother type of body of work, and like I said, I'm going to have so many features on that. A lot of features on that. So make sure you guys check that out, and make sure you watch all these other videos so you can, get a good gist of the direction, the music that's coming out, the events that we're a part of, and the last segment we talked about the Roof Nation Annual Classic Weekend, the Roof Nation Celebrity Weekend that's happening in March. So that was the last segment, but watch them all so that way you can get an understanding of actually what's going on. Make sure, well, if you're watching this, you're already on the website, www.92talkradio.info, and just please keep supporting the Roof. And we're everywhere. We're on every coast. We're international as well as national, and we have a lot of affiliates, and we're proud. We're proud of that. We're proud of the body of work. We're proud of everything that we do. All of the events that we do, the music that we put out, and we did a lot of reconstructing recently, and I'm glad to just be rocking the way we rocking. And to all our political prisoners, to all our comrades, to all the individuals that been supporting us from behind the walls, we support you guys, as well as thank you for the support. And please, people, always support your fellow political prisoners and people that are currently incarcerated for different causes. But make sure that you go get that album when that album comes out, and that album will be out in June, and that's called The House of Rothschild. Make sure you guys check out the Roof Nation Weekend in New York City this March 8th through the 10th. And I would like to salute my manager as well as my mom on that particular project. They got a lot of different co-ventures that they're doing. So, and that's what this is all about at the end of the day. It's just keeping it La Familia, keeping it all family. And on that album, we introducing a lot of different artists. So this is going to be cool. On that particular album, you're going to get to hear some of the other artists that we're very proud of, and that's what this is about. My advice to a lot of artists that are up and coming, and somebody had wanted me to talk about that. I'm not going to go in depth in that angle, but I'll just skim through it. Loyalty, and being respectful and be humble. It doesn't mean that being humble doesn't have anything to do with flashing money or camera. Being humble doesn't have to be, like any artist that I see, whether I like them as a person or not, I don't know them. It's some guys I do, some people I do, some people I don't. if I like their music, that has nothing to do with the person. You know, I know some of the fans are going to disagree, and that's fine, because, you know, and when I say fans, that's what you would call fans in that aspect. But the people that rock with me, my supporters, like our following, our cult following, they understand where I'm coming from, because there's a total difference between liking somebody and liking their music. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a lot of artists that I don't care what they do in their personal life. I don't care what's going on outside of their music. I just want to listen to their music, zone, have a good time, vibe to it, and that's it. I don't want to know what goes on in Billy Joel's personal life or what goes on in his bedroom. I can care less, but I know others may or may not feel different, and that's cool. But that's my advice to a lot of artists, man. Just really loyalty. Just stick with one team. Like, I keep seeing a lot of different artists jump around from team to team to team to team. It's like, whoever's going to give you a couple of dollars in your pocket, that's where you're going. And that's, to me, that's insanity. I won't even call it crazy. That's insanity. I think it's crass. I think it shows a lot of who you really are, and the lack of character that you may have, you know, when I see a lot of things like that. But I don't know. That's just my advice on that. Other than that, you know, hey, everybody have a great new year. Achieve, strive, make sure you go after everything, and go hard. Stay on your grind. Don't be afraid to open your mouth and let people know exactly what you do. Just be respectful with it and be humble. That doesn't, anywhere, whether you're on the East Coast, the West Coast, the Midwest, the South, you know, anytime I'm in somebody else's backyard, you always got to be respectful and humble. And that's how I've been able to make a lot of connections. That's how the Roof, everybody that's in the camp, everybody, and, you know, we got a lot of, we don't talk about how many members we have, because that's how you get in trouble for that. But you always got to practice humility, being humble, and respect for your fellow man. And on another note, this is going to be kind of childish. Stop all the viral arguing. That to me is insane. If people don't like I'm quite sure people don't like me or have these things to say, I'm not going to get into a viral argument. Number one, I don't have any personal viral sites, and that's the actual reason for that. No, I do have one, and that's Twitter. I want to correct that. I do have one, and that is Twitter. Somebody said, no, you do. No, we do have one, and that's Twitter, and that is actually me on there. You know what I mean? And I don't have interns on, you know, rocking for that particular page for me, anything like that. No, that's actually me. And I appreciate the people that been following me on there and supporting. Thank you so much. But that's it. I don't have any other virals. You know, but it's crazy that I keep hearing about a lot of people just getting into these fights and these arguments on these viral sites. I don't understand it, but I don't get involved in it. My advice to artists, man, don't do it. Focus on your craft. Focus on being you, being a better you, cultivating your craft, perfecting your craft, and putting out the best music that you can possibly put out. And since that's what we're talking about, music, do that. If you're an athlete, be the best athlete. If you're a cook, be the best chef. Practice anything that you're doing. You know what I mean? Just practice at that. And all the other stuff, leave that on the sidelines. Don't matter what people say. People are always going to have something to say. That's why, you know, they're sideline individuals. Don't worry about the naysayers. Just focus on what you're doing and strive for greatness. I don't believe in perfection. I don't think any human being is supposed to be in that aspect. I strive for greatness and for giving it my all, and putting out good solid work and material, and being a good person, you know. And overall, that's it. So I don't want to keep you guys. In June, The House of Rothschild, that album comes out 2013. Make sure you support that. Make sure you support all the other albums that's coming out, and make sure you guys support the Roof Nation Weekend in New York City in March 8th through the 10th. This is a BC Television DVD, live and uncut. They got us up in the studio. We're thankful. We're blessed. Thank you for inviting us. It was great. And I love you guys. Brandon Rothschild Michaels. 1.